Okay, so we were talking at a restaurant. We were out eating, me and my daughter, and she brought up a very important conversation. And I felt that we should stop the conversation and actually put it on camera, so that hopefully somebody else could be able to see it, and maybe it would do some good for somebody else who daughter may have the same question or the same thought process or whatever there may be. So what was the question?
Well, it wasn't really a question. It was just a theory, kind of. I feel like girls, young girls that are my age, I'm 15, girls that are like in high school or even middle school nowadays, because it's just the thing to do. Like, if their father is not really present in their life or something, or if he is not doing his job basically, if he doesn't tell her that she's pretty, if he doesn't raise her confidence, if he doesn't show her how she's supposed to be treated as a young Moorish queen, then she goes on to find that attention from other teenage boys and kind of doesn't respect herself, lack of respect for her body. And that's why it's just because now that I'm in high school, I've been hearing a lot of things about a lot of girls, and it kind of makes me sad that they don't respect themselves. I just feel like as young queens, we need to respect our bodies, respect ourselves, and don't give in to peer pressure.
Now, what were you saying about the need for a father?
Um, what do you mean the need for a father? Like,
Well, I'll paraphrase what you were saying. When you were brought up, that you understood or felt like because a lot of the young girls don't have fathers, that this is causing a lot of the turmoil and the self-destructive pattern that they have, where they're willing to give of themselves and, like you said, go search. What I was going to explain is that in our society, that anciently, fathers weren't involved in the lives of their children. When you go back to ancient matriarchal societies, the reason that becomes important is because today we say if fathers aren't around, when that's not exactly the whole truth about it. In ancient matriarchal societies, you may have two different clans that were um, close to each other, and the women in a particular clan or a particular tribe would produce children and mate with another tribe because the men in their tribe or their clan were their kindred, cousins, brothers. So those children actually stayed with the mother, and then those men in the clan would raise the son as if it was their own. So then they have more of a male, they always had a male presence though. When the world switched over to patriarchal rules where men are on top and then women are more subjugated, then the terms of how we see the world it's changed. So now we look at it and say if a father isn't around, okay, when it's bigger than that. We have the saying that it takes a tribe to raise a nation. Excuse me, a tribe to raise a child. Well, that concept actually comes from the ancient matriarch when women were the ones who had the final say in everything, because it was the full clan or the full tribe of women and the full tribe of men who would take in every single child, and the child belonged to the clan. So every little girl always had a dominant male presence around her without her father. You see what I'm saying? So she always had a male saying you're beautiful, showing her the things that she needs to know. Hey, Sister Bianca. She always had a man who would make sure she was okay. Well, today, because not only is there no father, Bianca said hello. Um, because there's no father, there's also no other male presence taking up that slack, um, to make sure the girls are okay. So the uncles aren't stepping up, the brothers aren't stepping up.
okay, well, maybe not necessarily a father, or just like some type of figure,
Hmm.
so that so that way they know that, like, this is okay, this isn't okay, this is, yeah, type of thing.
Yeah, I mean, if we don't if we as men don't start stepping up and making sure that we're making sure you know that you're beautiful, that you know that you are safe. Not only do you not feel that way, but then, like you said earlier, then you start looking for it somewhere else. That's why when we go places, I open the door for you. You see, that's why I make sure I'm walking on the right side of the street, because I'm showing you the pattern for when you're not with me, and that I entrust your care into some other Moabite man, that you know what he's supposed to be doing. You see what I'm saying? This is why I treat you a certain way, so that you know the pattern of what a real man looks like. You see, this is the reason. And when a young Moabitess such as yourself doesn't have that pattern, like you said, then she goes to look for it, and that's what you experience in school. But I want you to tell them before we close, because we're gonna keep this short, what you said about you even knowing how people don't forget.
It's just, to me, something could happen at another school in my area, or not even in my area, all the way on like another side of town, and people from my school will hear about it, and then I just think that reputation is gonna follow that person, because like when they graduate, they're gonna be like, oh, that's the girl that did that with that guy, or that's the girl that did that. And like, I feel like, because people don't forget, because I still remember girls doing stuff when I was in like 7th grade, and girls were already,
that was a long time ago.
Okay, whatever, you know what I mean. People in like 7th grade already doing stuff, and like already having sex and freaking just doing too much, just like not acting like in 7th grade, like that's like 11, 12. You don't need to be doing all that. Even me, 15, I don't need to be doing that. I don't do all that. And yeah, I just think that they need to remember that their reputation follows them, because, and just like he was just saying, like, he still has conversations on the phone from people from high school, and he's old, so he still has conversations on the phone with his friends from high school about girls that did stuff in high school, and that was like the 80s, right? 90s, 80s.
Oh, I graduated in 2005.
No, you did not.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Did too.
No, he didn't. But anyway, that's not the point of this conversation. The point is your reputation is going to follow you. And yeah, I just think if you have a daughter, please make her know that she's beautiful. Please make her know that she needs to, just let her know that she's loved, because I'm saying, like, they do these things, they're obviously not going to tell you, but everybody else at the whole school will know. So usually if something is going on at the whole school, sometimes if the principal or a staff member hears about it, they'll email the parents. So if something goes on at school, they email the parents, but usually that's not the case. So like, if you have a daughter, just make sure that she
Indeed,
knows,
Damien.
just make sure that she knows that she's beautiful. Make sure she knows that she is a queen, because that's how she needs to act. That's how she needs to respect herself. And I just think that if we want to grow up, we always say we want society to be like this. Okay, we need to start stepping in as moms, dads, aunts, uncles, older brothers, even you guys. Like, you still have a position, because even if you're older brother, your little sister probably tells you more than she tells her parents.
Mm-hmm.
So
all right, so we want to share that conversation. Hopefully, it'll help some other fathers start having these important conversations, because we have a job to do as uncles. We have a job to do. We've got to make sure these young Moabite sisters know where they come from, and we've got to make sure that they know we got their back, because they are searching for it somewhere. And we all seen it growing up. So with that, we say, peace.